Now, of course, y'all can go home and practice the rest of the duration for another 10 minutes. Well, at least for another 9 minutes or so, 8 minutes, however it took. This is what happens when I was practicing the techniques. Light started to glow from the body. This is something in which that we all have to reach. So to a layman, pranic healing may sound similar to Reiki, but there are crucial differences. Pranic healers believe that energizing without first cleansing is like pouring fresh coffee into a cup that contains leftover. So experts even reports that Reiki works better when preceded by cleansing techniques borrowed from pranic healing. This is the reason why we taught this for the last, 13 years? That first we do the scanning, then we do the removal of the debris from the auric field, then we do the Reiki. Okay, so we always practice these techniques like that. All right? Yes, you had something to say about this? Yeah, that's good. But see, that's the problem now. Everybody want to use external things when you are the energy.
You're talking about the dowels?
Yeah, right. The dowels, diodes, all of those techniques, the magnets. You know what I'm saying? These are all things that can help, but I mean, ultimately, your auric field is the magnet, is the iod or the dowel.
I had one friend
You know
did
what I'm
an aura cleansing on a couple months ago, and she was like less than 2 months. She lost like 40 pounds. She felt like the aura cleansing helped initiate that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even when I used to do it to you always felt like, yo, man, feel like a burner gun lifted. Remember? When you had your locks and I used it there, going to do the joint, get all that debris off, it might be standing like, yeah, I needed that, yo.
I did one last week, brother Jared. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never know which knee
Was
messed up.
Right.
But, I did a cleansing and a scan. I told him which knee it was. You know what I'm saying? You felt the difference. And then, yeah, shit's real.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, this is pranic healing, complete non-touch system of healing. Reiki practitioners touch the body most of the time, but they can also employ some non-touch techniques, which is from pranic healing. We use both as pranic healers and also Reiki master teachers. Pranic healing teaches the student to scan, actually feel the aura to assist the areas of energizing depletion or congestion and stagnation, which helps identify problem areas that needs to be healed. Reiki doesn't use any energy assessment techniques, but relies on the intuition of the practitioner. Right? Pranic healing employs a manual cleansing technique called sweeping. This is what we do when I'm talking about removing the debris from out the auric field. It's called sweeping, to remove blockages and stagnant energy by giving fresh energy to the patient. Reiki has no comparable techniques, but this is the reason why we incorporate all of this information as being healers. Pranic healing believes cleansing is crucial to the healing process because disease, energy, and negative emotions has to be first removed before energizing the body, or they may manifest physically or sometimes dramatically through vomiting, loose bowels, flu, rash, and other symptoms. Such expelling is often labeled as detoxification. However, it is quite uncomfortable and can be prevented with proper cleansing. In fact, cleansing alone often allows the body to quickly heal itself by permitting fresh energy to penetrate deeper into the body to be utilized as healing fuel. Remember, we're talking about the reason why people are sick is because of crystallized negative energy around their auric field. Once the energy is removed, that negative energy is removed, now the prana energy, once you do the 6-3 breath technique, 7-1 breath techniques, these various techniques that we've gone over, it can produce the healing within the individual. All right? All right. And this is the last one we're going to go over. All right, this is talking about sensitizing the hands. How you can actually focus on the tips of the fingers as well as the palm of the hand in order to activate it. All right. These are the chakras in which that is very necessary. Some pranic healers have hand chakras as big as 2 inches or more in diameter, although the hand chakras are considered as minor chakras. All right.
Second energy workbook.
Mm-hmm. Tell them again. I get that.
Second energy workbook.
Second energy workbook, manual by Tim Andrews. Excellent book. You need that book. All right. Also, you can heal your body by Louise Hay. All right. These are all metaphysical healing books. Also, Essential Reiki by Diane Stein. All right. So here are the 5 basic techniques for pranic healing: sensitizing the hands, scanning the inner aura, sweeping or cleansing general localized, energizing with prana to draw in prana and project prana, and then stabilizing the projected prana. All these techniques have been tried and tested. Most of you will be able to produce positive results in just a few sessions by properly following the instructions. It is very important to maintain an open mind and be perseverant. Practice immediately when you have what you have read, and try the techniques at least 4 sessions. All right. This is how you sensitize the hand. Is what Mike is doing, what he was just doing. He done looked up now, but about your hands about 12 inches, and what you're doing is bringing them in to about 6, and you begin to feel the energy in between them. And when you get to about 6, your hand chakras and your fingertip chakras should be turned on. All right. That energy is the chi or prana energy, and it begin to feel like a magnet. As if you have 2 magnets propelling each other, you feel like a magnet in the center as it is energy. That is your own auric body. That is your auric field, or what is called your bioplasmic body. All right? The word bio means living, plasma, you know what I'm saying, means force, all right? Or the life source of the body. Hence the reason why they want to drain your plasma from your blood. You know what I'm saying? Because that is instantly related to your bioplasmic body. And that's the physical counterpart of your bioplasmic body, which is your ethereal counterpart. That's why they take that out and put the blood back in.
Okay, they don't need that.
They don't need the blood. They don't need that shit. You only need the plasma, nigga. You got that. Okay? Yeah. That's why.
Cookies, so you feeling weak as hell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he give you some cookies and soda.
Yeah.
Wait,
$20.
Right, for $20. That shit's supposed to wake your ass back up.
I ain't never did that shit again. Shit ain't worth it.
Yeah. Crackhead prices, right? I remember when Mike told me to go do that shit. I like, nigga, don't go down there and do that. Mike was like, man, I need the money. I said, okay. Mike went down there. Mike went down there and said, man, I came up out that joint tired. I said, what they gave me, yo? Some cookies. I said, cookies? Cookies?
It's prostitution, man.
Hell yeah. What else they gave y'all?
Just juice and cookies.
Yeah, juice and cookies. Yeah. Like you in kindergarten and shit.
They tried to give me some coupons. I took them too.
Some coupons?
Look, I'm like, when you come back and you hit us off this time, we'll give you, coupon. We might get $10, $15 extra.
Damn.
You might get a double up. They playing a Monopoly game with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the time I was doing kind of bad, but
That shit ain't worth it, man.
It ain't worth it.
Nah.
I didn't know what I was.
Yeah.
Well,
Catch it.
you know, now you know, so it's all right.
I did it one time.
In scanning, it's helpful to first learn how to feel the size and shape of the outer and healthy auras before scanning the inner aura. The inner aura is about 2 to several inches outside of the physical body. Actually, that's your ethereal body, right, which is closest to you. That's your etheric double. Then the aura actually, which is your emotional body, expands to about 3 feet. Remember, once we said that you learn how to do these breath techniques, it expands to 10 to 15. And more once you learn how to master it, right? So, this is makes your hands more sensitized, since both outer and healthy auras are subtler than the inner aura, and also proves to yourself an existence of the outer and healthy aura. In healing, we are primarily interested in scanning the inner aura. It is in this scanning the inner aura that the trouble spots can be located. All right. So what we used to do is take our hands about 2 inches outside of the physical body, and we will go down the person's body. That's if they was in front of us. Now we actually used to be able to take pictures of the individual. or either just visualize them in our mind, and we was able to do the exact same thing. The book doesn't talk about that, but this is techniques that we've been doing for 13, 14, 15 years now. Right. So that's what happens, that after a while, you'll be able to actually just visualize the person in your mind and go down their body it's as if they're right there with you, and you would scan for the areas in their body to see where they are hurt and where they need to send, where you need to send energy to.
You said the experience about she was in the coma.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Check this out.
Yeah. Well, number one, you can do a test where you're on the phone with somebody, but they don't tell you anything, and you scan them and take note of. You can I don't know, you tell me. You know, you can tell them they're on the phone, and they don't give you any details, but you can do a scan of them, and you know, somebody has a good moral character, and you can take note of what you feel, where you feel it, and they can confirm whether you're accurate or not.
Right.
Because you can feel the energy.
Right.
But also, you know, one time, you know,
you feel coolness, heat, piercing, tingling, piercings. You know what I'm saying? Like something is like pins are being,
like pins and needles,
right? Pins and needles. If a person who has pins and needles, that means more than likely they got cancer. You know what I'm saying? Or they on their deathbed. You know what I'm saying?
Or like when they say fire crotch,
Right.
that shit is literal, yo. Like somebody's. But on the healing side, you know, we had a brother had a relative that was in a coma and paralyzed from the neck down, and you know all the brothers, Alim, Bennett, quite a few other brothers, we got together. Everybody grabbed their crystals, the metals, had the incense, and we did a circle. And you know, yeah, we had a picture of her too. You know what I'm saying? And you use all those elements combined, drums, everything, and you know, first we cleansed the oil, and then we sent the energy. And it wasn't long after that she woke up from the coma and wasn't paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah, it was like a day or two later. You know what I'm saying?
Days later.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even you know, a personal account where doing the same thing on a whole nother trip, you know, you can experience what another person is experiencing. You know, that's an off-camera story right there. You know what I'm
What, that's some tantric Kriya yoga?
yeah, some tantric shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was able to experience a female's orgasm. I didn't know I was in for that experience, but the shit's pretty fucking crazy, yo.
I know, that's right.
I was like, what the hell am I experiencing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Full body orgasm. That's what you was experiencing.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to call up, like, what the hell was going on 5 minutes ago? Oh, well, you said one way to release some energy. Like, oh shit, you know. But yeah, the shit's real, yo. Yeah.
See guy with him the other day, he's right there in the motorcycle accident. Every time he come in the shop, he seemed like he's sad. When he get near me, he just seemed totally different.
Right.
But every time he come in there, he always getting a patch on for like something for his wife or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can definitely, you know, the energy definitely helps. You know, it's pretty much a more conscious form of prayer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I mean, you know,
It's good.
Right.
Fundamentally.
However, you're using your whole body in order to do it.
Exactly.
Which that's actually how prayer's supposed to be.
Exactly.
you combine the qigong and you combine the time of day. You know what I'm saying? Like radio waves travel the furthest and the fastest at, you know, sunrise and sunset wherever you're at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to catch some radio waves all the way from Trinidad, you're gonna catch that at sunset. The way the energy is fluxing. You know. So, you know, you can also, you know, if you want to send some energy to somebody, those, you know, sunrise and sunset as things as the waves are starting to gently graze, it's like you can use that as an amplifying time depending on which direction you're trying to go. So you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much the practical application. You know, this is more than quoting a pamphlet in 8 speeches. You know what I'm saying? This is some real stuff. You know,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Y'all theory and ideals.
Yes.
No doubt. This is real practice. This ain't
Blog Talk Radio every Wednesday. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know.
I knew a guy. He used to. I mean, look, this guy physically. I mean, he was like a specimen. He looked like you can draw, like you probably draw him in a comic or something.
right.
Brother, when he cut up, skin tight.
Mhm.
You can see, I mean, all of the veins.
All the veins.
I mean, he could just, and you know, you could see the blood flowing through him.
Tight.
I mean, he was just like that. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't never see him work out. But one morning I wake up,
Uh-oh.
go outside, and he's crab walking. Look, he's crab walking. This man crab walked from here all the way to Time Saver.
What?
Look,
About 2 blocks.
Ooh.
really longer than that.
Yeah.
I mean, because I mean, I'm talking about, you know, I done sat there and watched him smoke a cigarette.
Right.
I done went and did something. I come back, and he's still going. You know, and then he, of course, he would do his push-ups and his dips and his pull-ups,
Right.
things of that nature. You know, and then, of course, he got into his, you know, the Qigong, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He started doing that. And I didn't know what it was at the time.
Right.
But what it did, every time you would go around, first of all, he smiled all the time.
Right.
Kind of quiet nature.
Right.
You know, smiled all the time. When you got around him, you just had this really good feeling. You know, and at the time I wasn't conscious of these things, so I wasn't even, I was conscious that I was feeling better, but I didn't realize it was him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how the energy
Yeah,
flows.
auric field,
Yeah, they don't need to talk anymore.
Yeah, right. I mean, it really wasn't like
That's the point.
Yeah.
So,
That's the point. That's the point of everything that we're talking about. So, here's the auric field. This is how a healthy auric field looks. It radiates. There's no holes. As you see, no leaks. This is the inner auric field that we just finished talking about 2 inches or so outside of the physical body, your ethereal body, actually, your etheric double. This is the body that passes on from the physical, all right? Then the impressions of the mind goes within this auric field, which is your astral emotional body. Then the energy and the impressions from here goes into your mental body, leads into your causal body, your spiritual body and soul body. So all of this information just becomes just like an egg. All right. So this would be like the shell. This is like the whitish part, and then this is the yolk, but in the reverse manner. Okay.
So that's what that man meant when he said, let's go inside my
Astral plane.
Find out my
Mental,
based
right.
on instruments.
Right. That's exactly what we was talking about. Bring the pain. Right.
Right.
Right. I come to bring the pain. Hardcore too.
Let's go inside
Now my astral plane. There you go. Exactly. Right. Uh-oh, that's what. Now.
Get the song off the internet.
Adam got that new phone. He gonna put that shit up in a second. Hit it. We need some background music, Hannibal. Hit it. Right here, yo. As you see, starting to get leaks in it, right? All right. So it don't look as bright as it did. It's starting to look like some dark areas on up in there. So this is the color of the root chakra, the base chakra. This is the bowl. This right here symbolizes the sacral bone, which is the area in which that the 8 cells of mitosis is located in. This is at the base of the spine. This is also the point at which that extends what is called the coccyx, or the tailbone, as they call it. The reason why a square is used because it symbolizes the manifestation of the physical body. The reason for the color red because of the blood in which that flows through the body. And red also symbolizes the energy in which that it took in order to project the physical body into existence. Prana is the color red. Okay? So prana energy was used to manifest the physical body into existence. The all-pervading energy of the universe, the universal life force energy is prana. However, when it's concentrated within the physical body, it is your kundalini. This is the abode of the kundalini. So red governs the base chakra situated at the base of the spine. Vitality, courage, self-confidence. It also related to the kidneys, bladder, the spinal column, or what is called the vertebrates, hips, legs, also the areas related to the chakras. The adrenal glands. Associated problems is constipation, diarrhea, piles, colitis, Crohn's disease, cold fingers and toes, frequency of urination, high blood pressure, kidney stones, impotence, impotency, hip problems, leg and feet. Pink can also be used here when a more gentle energy is required. Oh, you found it, Hannah? You got it? You got it? That ain't it? Oh, okay. I mean, you can bring it now. But on personal traits, courage, confidence, humanitarianism, strong will, spontaneous, honest, and extroverted. Where it also relates to self-awareness. It is the area of survival and stability in the place of the earth. The color red provides a power for the earth and gives energy on all levels. It connects us to the physical body, everything that is the commits need for life, vitality of red. Positive aspects of red is security, courage, strength of will, and pioneering. Negative aspects of red is insecurity, self-pity, aggression, actually, aggressive, and fearfulness, or fearful. This is orange. Which is actually the sacral color. The feeling and sexual energies. When it's open, your feelings feel freely. Your feelings flow freely and express without you being overly emotional. You are open to intimacy. You can be passionate and lively. You also have no problems dealing with your sexuality. If you tend to be stiff, unemotional, have a poker face, the sacral chakra is underactive. You're not very open to people. If this chakra is overactive, you have a tendency to be emotional all the time. You feel emotionally attached to people, and you can be very sexual. Orange governs the sacral chakra situated in the lower abdomen, happiness, confidence, resourcefulness. Related organs, uterus, large bowel, which is your large intestines, prostate, ovaries, testes. In the fetus, the testes develop in the lower abdomen, they're linking with the sacral chakra, then descend into the sacrum by birth. Ovaries and testes, once again, endocrine glands, associated problems, premenstrual syndrome, problems with the menstrual flow, fibroid tumors, ovarian cysts, irritable bowel syndromes, endometriosis, testicular disease, prostate disease, personality traits, enthusiastic, healthy, happy, sociable, energetic, sporty, self-assured, and constructive. Orange related to self-respect, having the ability to give ourselves the freedom to be ourselves and to help to expand your interests and activities. All right, positive aspects, sociable, creative, joyous, independent. Negative aspects of orange, withdrawn, destructive, despondent, and over-dependent. This is yellow. Actually symbolizes the solar plexus, but here it states the navel chakra, in which that goes also into the solar plexus. Here, wisdom, clarity, self-esteem, liver, spleen, stomach, small intestines, pancreas, diabetes, pancreatics, liver disease, ulcers, colitic disease, and gallstones. Personality traits: get humor, optimistic, confident, practical, and intellectual. Yellow is the creative color relating to self-health, self-worth, self-love actually, and it brings clarity of thought, increase awareness, stimulate interest and curiosity. Yellow energy also relates to the ability of perceiving and understanding. You got to understand that when you use these colors, you can actually project these colors upon the individual whenever you find out that they are lacking any particular healing within these areas. So let's say that we have to project the color red because you know that there's areas within their body in which that, in particular the root chakra, they're having problems with the genitalia area. Then you would project the color red upon them in order to re-energize that area. Or the color orange. Or either right here, we were just talking about the color yellow. Alright? Also, if you notice, these are the positive traits. Alright? So these are the colors that you can use. So here, confidence, Alert, optimistic, good humor. Negative aspects of yellow, feeling of inferiority, over analytical, sarcastic, and pessimistic. Okay. Green deals with the heart chakra. Is about love, kindness, and affection. When it's open, you are compassionate, friendly, and you work in harmonious relationships. When your heart chakra is underactive, you are cold and distant. If this chakra is overactive, you are suffocating people with your love, and your love probably becomes quite selfish. Has quite selfish reasons. Green governs the heart chakra, balance, love, self-control. Related organs: heart, breast, chest, endocrine glands, thymus gland. Associated problems: heart disease, disease of the immune system, AIDS, ME, sometimes referred to as chronic fatigue syndromes. Other problems relate to the immune system, allergies, cancer of the breast. Turquoise is the color in which that helps and have a positive effect upon the immune system, and also help in relations to the throat chakra. Pink also relates to the heart and can be used as a color of love. All right, and we already know that as children that the color oftentimes when we paint the color heart is normally red or either it is pink. All right. Personality traits: understanding of self-control, adaptability, sympathetic, compassionate, generous, humble, nature-loving, and romantic. Green relates to self-love, to self-love, the ability to give and take unconditionally. When balanced, you're able to give love and also give love actually and nurture others. Help relax muscles, nerves, thoughts. Cleanse, balance our energies. It also gives the feeling of renewal, peace, and harmony. Positive aspects of green: compassion, generosity, harmony, balance, loving. Negative aspects of green: indifference, jealous, misery, and bitterness. This is blue, the throat chakra. Deals with self-expression, communication, talking. Also might be a color. So as an artist. When the chakra is underactive, you tend to not speak much, and you probably are introverted and shy. Now, speaking the truth may block this chakra. If this chakra is overactive, you tend to speak too much. Usually, they domineer and keep people at distance. You're a bad listener if this is the case. Blue governs the throat chakra: knowledge, health, decisiveness. All right. Related organs: throat and lungs. Endocrine glands: thyroid glands, parathyroid glands. The underdigestive tract can be affected in an imbalanced area. Turquoise, once again, can also be used to help both the throat and the heart chakra. Associated problems: thyroid problems, overactive, underactive, anorexia, nervia. This is the multi-chakra problem, but there's also a strong connection to the throat chakra: asthma, bronchitis, hearing problems, tinnitus. May also be connected to the problem with the brow chakra, problems about the upper digestive tract, mouth ulcers, sore throats, tonsillitis. Now, the personality traits is loyal, tactful, affectionate, inspiring, inventive, caring, and cautious. Blue is the color of the spirit and relates to self-expression, speech, communication, ability to communicate our needs and requirements. Spirit of truth and purpose. This is a mental, relaxing color. All right. So it gives loyal, truthfulness, trustworthy, tactful, calm. Negative traits: unfaithfulness, untrustworthy, and self-righteous, cold. This is indigo. Third eye, about insight and visualization. When it's open, have a good intuition. You may tend to fantasize. If it's underactive, you're not very good at thinking for yourself, and you may tend to rely on authorities. You may be rigid in your thinking, rely on belief too much, and may even get confused easily. As we see from the Facebook wars, this is usually what happens. If this chakra is overactive, you may learn in the world of fantasy too much. In excessive cases, hallucinating are possible. Indigo governs the brow chakra, the third eye, center of the forehead, intuitiveness, or what's called intuition, mysticism, understanding. Related organs: eyes, lower head, sinuses, pituitary gland. Associated problems: tension, headaches, migraines, visual defects, short-sightedness, long-sightedness, glaucoma, cataracts, sinus problems, ear problems. Personality traits: intuitiveness, fearless, practical, idealist, wise, and truth seeker. All right, indigo related to self-responsibility. That's what this is. When you reach this area, this is when you know that you have come in contact with God. This is when you have seen God face to face and your life has been preserved. Because it also is the area of the activating of the pineal gland from the pituitary gland. By responsibility for one's own life, responsibility for oneself, to follow the soul path, and the needs to trust in one's own intuition, the ability to see things from a higher viewpoint rather than purely the satisfaction of the ego or one's materialistic comfort. The indigo energy connects us to the unconscious self and gives us the experience of being part of the whole universe, strengthen intuition, imagination, psychic powers, and increased dream activity. Positive aspects indigo, highly intuitive, faithful, clear-sighted, integrity, overly minded, orderly minded. Excuse me. Negative traits, aspects of indigo: inability to trust, intuition, scattered mind, inconsiderate, blinkered vision. Last one, purple, or what is called violet. The crown chakra of wisdom, being one with the world. This is when you become your universal self, or your God self, or your higher self. When this chakra is open, you are unprejudiced and quite aware of the world and yourself. All right, this means you don't try to hide a fact. I've noticed that most spiritual people try to hide the fact of the things in which that is going on in the world. No, you can speak about those things and it be true based on the fact that you are able to now see the world for what it really is. That is an illusion. You was told this as a child in kindergarten. Merrily, merrily, life is but a dream. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. Right? Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So you was told this in kindergarten that this shit was an illusion. You liked the song, you sang it every damn day, but didn't listen to the words. Right. So this is what happens when you get to this area. All right? Beauty, creativity, inspiration. Top of the head, crown. All right? Head, brain, pineal gland. Associated problems, though, is depression, Parkinson's disease, schizophrenia, epilepsy, senility. I ain't gonna say the whole thing, but you know what senility.
Dementia.
Yeah, senility, dementia. Well,
senile.
Senile. All right. Alzheimer's, many mental disorders, confusion, and dizziness. So here, inspirational leaders is a personal trait. Kind and just, humanitarian, self-sacrificing, visionary, creative, and strong mentally. Okay. Violet relates to self-knowledge, spiritual awareness. It is the union with your higher self, with spirituality and higher consciousness. This ease can result with an imbalance of energy in this chakra, either too much or too little. The violet energy connects us to our spiritual self, being guided, wisdom, and inner strength, and purifies our thoughts and feelings, giving us inspiration of all undertaking. Enhance artistic talent and creativity. So, positive aspects about it: reverence for all life, self-sacrificing in the service of others, idealism, the ability to see the appropriate route for the benefits of the higher self, because the higher self will communicate what it needs to you as being the aspect of the lower self that passes away. Negative aspects of violet: no concern for others, feeling of superiority, lack of contact with reality. That's what happened with the imbalance. All right, so now that you know the colors of the chakras, you can actually scan the person and actually put back in the energy in which that is needed, as you see here. So you see here holes in the auric field. You see here the energy vibrating and going in to fill up that hole, to fill up that cavity. Okay? Also, the other hand can go around here, as we showed you on the double healing, in which that both hands can actually put forth the energy much quicker. All right. You can also, this is pranic air breathing. Once again, you breathe into your 6363 or 7171 breath technique, pranic breathing, pranayama, in which that you breathe concentration of air from the air into your hand chakra, and then you retransmit it to, with your right hand into the affected area. Okay, so now you can interpret the results once you do all of that. All right, in scanning your patient, you will notice that there are hollows or protrusions in some areas of the patient's inner aura. When the aura is hollow, there is a cause by pranic depletion. That's what we just finished seeing. Affected parts is depleted of prana, and there is insufficient prana in the affected area. The surrounding fine meridians are partially or severely blocked, preventing fresh prana from other parts to flow freely and visualize the affected part to be healed, actually. In pranic depletion, the affected chakra is depleted and filled with dirty disease bioplasmic matter, and usually it is partially unactivated. When the area is protruding, it is caused by pranic congestion or bioplasmic congestion. It means that there is too much prana or bioplasmic area on the affected area, and the surrounding fine meridians are partially or severely blocked. All right, so what you do with the access is the moving. All right, and you will continue moving the area as we stated earlier. So you would do the scanning. The sweeping techniques is what will move the energy. You remove the congestion and the disease bioplasmic matter. The blocked meridians and bioplasmic channels are cleansed and unclogged. This allows prana from other parts of the body to flow to the affected area, facilitating the healing process. So expelling of the toxins, waste, germs, and disease, or the dirty bioplasmic matter, is greatly facilitated by disentangling and partially strengthening the healthy rays, or the health rays. Those are the rays in which that expand from the aura, as we were seeing earlier on the person who had the healthy aura. The health rays are further strengthened by energizing the whole body with prana. All right, by disentangling and strengthening the health rays, the health aura, which acts as a protective field. This is what protective shield. This is where in your Bible where it says, "Take on your armor and your shield of God." This is what this is talking about, to strengthen your auric field. All right, because remember, you battle against not against flesh or blood, but against the principalities of darkness. That's what you battle against. Negative thought forms from individuals. The thought forms that you have created based on your environment and based on a situation that you've gone through. All right, so you have to cleanse yourself from this on a daily basis. This increases one's resistance against infections. All right, so this is as we go through the sweeping, you will actually take your hands down the front of the body, sweep down, and then cast it off into the plant. And this is how you would do it, based on coming down the right side of the body normally, as we do. Then we go to the back and go down the right side of the body. Then we come to the front, go down the left side of the body, then the back right side of the body, and then we'll cast off this bioplasmic dirty material into the plants, sand, dirt, or what we would call what is water also. It doesn't matter. We can normally do it. And what we'll do, we'll normally do that at least 12 times normally. And then if there's any particular area on the body that needs localized removal of bioplasmic energy, we go straight to that area where the individual is hurting at, and we begin to start grabbing it out and casting it into the plant or casting it into the water, and we just grab it out, like we actually going in and grabbing it. And that's actually what you're doing, because that's what you're visualizing, and that's what you're doing into the person's auric field. You're removing that bioplasmic dirt or that debris. All right. Sometimes when you're doing downward, the person will get sleepy. So what you want to do is sweep after you finish casting off all the dirty bioplasmic energy. Then you can sweep upwards. All right, and that recharges them and re-wake them up. Because when you're doing the energy down, what it does is it strip off all the debris from you, so you feel so relaxed. You feel like you're ready to lay down and go to sleep sometimes. Okay? So this is another illustration of that. This is localized sweeping exercise. You can place your hands above the affected area and slowly sweep away the disease bioplasmic. This is just the cleansing of a dirt area with your hands. Then strongly flick your hands and throw away the dirty bioplasmic matter. All right, we're going to show you how to do all of that in a few seconds here. All right, then you can do the energizing. Once the area is thoroughly cleansed, It can be energized with healthy prana. Why is it important to cleanse before you energize? If you're going to put on fine clothes and fine perfume, don't put back on. You don't want to put them on straight after you have just come home from the gym. You have to shower first. By cleansing the aura, chakras, and organs before energizing, it minimizes the amount of energy needed to heal the disease, and also minimizes any exacerbation of symptoms commonly called a healing crisis. Many people consider a healing crisis as part of every treatment. However, there is no need to go through these symptoms if cleansing is done properly. All right. This is how you can energize your hands, by simply going to the center of your palms and taking your thumb of your other hands and actually pushing it into the center of the palm, and that will tell your hands that you're ready to energize. And you begin to do the pranic breathing, and you can actually bring down this energy. These are called the Egyptian poses. All right, these are on the walls of ancient Egypt that we showed you. This is the same technique in which that we just showed you, with the left foot forward, with the brothers holding up his hands. Remember, of the of Master Masu, Grandmaster Masu, and then the Egyptian on the walls, in which they thought it just meant open hands. So hence the word karate, but that's not what it means. Like we said before, the word karate means the land of the spiritual sun, which is actually talking about your physical body. Hence the reason why you call Africans, because the word Af means house, temple, home, or flesh, body. Ra means light, energy, sun, photonic energy, and then Ka means spirit once again. Here's also more of the Egyptian poses. All of that is to stabilize the projected prana. One of the potential problems in pranic healing is the inability of the projected prana. The projected prana tends to gradually leak out, causing possible regression and causing the illness to reoccur. This potential problem can be handled by thoroughly cleansing and sweeping the part to be treated, and by stabilizing the projected prana. The projected prana can be stabilized in two ways. You should finish all energizing with prana by projecting blue prana. This is done by visualizing and projecting light blue prana on the treated part. You can also just will or mentally instruct the projected prana to remain and stabilize. You can perform this experiment to prove yourself the validity of these principles and techniques. Use the following procedures. Using the energizing with prana technique, project white prana on top of the table for about 1 minute and simultaneously visualize and form it into a ball without willing it to remain. This is the first pranic ball. Then project visible and form a blue pranic ball for about 1 minute without willing it to remain. This is the second pranic ball. All right. So they're telling you the technique. You can do a white ball and do a blue ball and see which ones remain. And what they're saying is that the blue one will remain while the white one will begin to dissipate. All right? But you can do the treatment yourself in order to see. And also, this is also another way of projecting prana. Once again, air prana breathing, 6363. Project it out with your right hand or dominant hand. All right? Normally, the right hand is the dominant hand because we live in a right-handed society. For those who are left-handed, then it would be the reverse for you because the left hand would be the dominant hand. Anyway, you will project the energy onto the person. Once again, some healers use water, sand, water with tobacco, meat, and other organic materials as bioplasmic waste disposable units. Some American Indian shamans use twigs. The twigs are placed in the mouth of the shaman, and the disease bioplasmic energy is sucked out and extracted by the use of the mouth. The twigs are used to catch the disease bioplasmic matter. The disease bioplasmic matter is clairvoyantly and symbolically seen by the clairvoyants as spiders and insects or repulsive forms. This is why you would see the same thing on the movie Green Mile. Remember the movie Green Mile? With John Coffey? He breathed in the bioplasmic energy of the individual, the negativity, and then he let out what looked like flies. This is the reason why, because it says right here, or some insect or repulsive form. So that's what that was talking about. So some shamans do not place anything in their mouths. All right, now he did. This is what he was talking about, why he was the shaman. Why his name was John Coffey, was called JC. What would JC do if he was here? Jesus Christ. All right, so that was the key to that. So this is just simple sucked out the disease bioplasmic and dry vomited out. For beginners, there is a danger of literally swallowing the disease bioplasmic matter. Therefore, it's safe to use the sweeper. All right, but I wanted to go over that because we seen the movie Green Mile. You need to set aside some practice time. Practice for at least 12 days. This is to prepare you in case that there's a sudden need to heal somebody, such as your own child. This practice should enable you to heal simple cases like fever, loose bowel movement, gas pains, muscle pains, insects and bug bites, etc. All right. Sensitizing the hands for 5 to 10 minutes, as we said earlier, and the palms of the hands, and then doing general and localized sweeping for 10 minutes a day, energizing the prana 10 minutes a day. Preferably, these techniques should be applied and actually on actual patients. If this is not possible, then get a friend or relative to practice on. If you are one of those few who are not able to sensitize your hands on the first session, just proceed to sweep it and energize it with prana. Continue the practice of sensitizing your hands. You should be able to accomplish this in 3 to 4 sessions. It is advisable to learn to heal simple cases from first before going to more difficult cases. It is necessary in order to gain experience and confidence. It is preferable to heal at least 30 simple cases before trying to heal difficult or severe cases. All right. There's 3 things to avoid in pranic healing. We have to go over that. Do not energize the eyes directly. All right. What you can do is bring in pranic energy into your third eye. Hit it here at the back of the head at the optic nerve, and then project it back out through the 2 eyes. Okay? That's how you can do that. Now, in Reiki, you can do it, but you have to use the symbols in Reiki, in which that you rub your hands together and then place them over your eyes. So you actually are doing direct healing in Reiki, but you have to use the symbols. Remember, they don't have symbols in pranic healing, but this is what we're going over first. Next week, we'll go over the Reiki. Then we go over the Qigong. But we're going to do it in steps so that we can put all this information together to make us greater healers. Okay? So, right here, the eyes can be energized through the back of the head. All right? So you can take your hand and put it here at the medulla oblongata. Like this. All right? Between the eyebrows, as we just finished talking about, there's a chakra in each of these locations. It's safe to energize through the Ajna chakra, which is in between the eyebrows. If the eyes are already sufficiently energized, the excess prana will just flow to other parts of the body. Do not directly or intensely energize the heart for long times. It is quite sensitive and delicate. Too much prana or too intense energy may cause severe pranic congestion of the heart. The heart can be energized through the back of the spine, near the back of the heart area. So right here, the back of the heart, this is where you would store your pranic energy at. Not at the front of the heart. So the navel, the back of the heart, and the third eye. Okay, where you can store the energy at. This is what this is also saying here. All right, and it says, in energizing the heart, the back of the through the back, prana flows not only to the heart but to the other parts of the body. This reduces the possibilities of pranic congestion of the heart. If the heart is energized through the front, the flow of the prana is localized at the heart area, thereby increasing the possibility of pranic congestion in the heart. Right? Do not apply too intense or too much prana on infants, very young children, younger than 2 years of age, or very weak or old patients. With infants and very young children, their chakra energies centers actually are still small and not quite strong. Very weak and very old patients have chakras that are also weak. So too much prana or too intense energizing has a choking effect on the chakras. This is similar to the choking reaction of a very thirsty person who drinks too much water in a short period of time. The ability of very weak old patients to assimilate prana is very slow. This type of patients should be energized gently and gradually. They should be allowed to rest and simulate prana for about 15 to 20 minutes before you attempt to energize them again. If the solar plexus is suddenly over-energized, resulting in a choking effect on the chakra, the patient may suddenly become